Hey guys, it's Tiffany of Tough Angel Books, and I am so happy to be back with another book talk. It has been way too long since my last book talk, and it's kind of my fault. I fell into a rather long and sporadic reading slump, and it kind of affected my reading and everything else. It's not just work as much as I want to blame work. I know I fell into a reading slump and I just didn't feel like reading. I'm trying to get back into reading and feeling like I want to read more and more, so that's a good thing. But yeah, unfortunately I fell into a reading slump, and that kind of made me take a very long time to read one book. And so for this book talk, as you can tell by the title and by the thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Now, I started this book in the middle of November. No, in the middle of August, not November. I started this book in the middle of August, and I think I finished it the beginning of November. That's a very long time for me to read a book. I know that this is one of the thicker books in the series, but that's a very long time to read a single book for me. I know I can usually read a pretty thick book within a month, or if I actually push myself and absolutely no distractions whatsoever, I can usually do it maybe within 72 hours. But this took me about two and a half months to read, and that was a little disappointing, but I was very happy to finally finish this book. Now, on Goodreads, and pretty much anyone who has ever read the Harry Potter series knows that this book is 5 out of 5. Like, this is just a really good and gripping series, and I'm loving it because I'm reading this for the first time, so all of the details in this book, I'm experiencing them for the first time. And if you do not know for some reason what this book is about, this is Harry Potter's 4th year at Hogwarts. He is 14 at the time, and he ends up getting landed into a tournament that has not existed in over a century, mainly due to the increased number of deaths every time. But in his 4th year, they bring back the Tri-Wizard Tournament, and there are some pretty dark events that happen in this book. He experiences them all either firsthand or he hears about them. And so I'm just going to kind of touch on a bit of the non-spoiler parts. So I can't remember how long, but I know it's been over a century since the last Tri-Wizard Tournament had taken place. And, you know, 3 schools come, well, not everyone may know this, but 3 schools come together to do the Tri-Wizard Tournament, where a champion from each school participates. Except this Tri-Wizard Tournament, which is the first one in over a century, has 4 champions, because someone put Harry's name in it and had it set up so he was from a different school. Now, if you just watch the movies at first, because I watched the movies first, I didn't have access to the books, or the books were always taken out, so I couldn't actually read them. But if you watch the movies first, then you know that all the champions just had to write their name in it. But in the book, you had to write your name and the school you're in. So you had Dumstrong, probably saying that wrong, but Victor Crumb School, and then the Boberta. I don't know what the all-girls school is called. It's completely blanking from my mind. But this is the first book where you actually touch on all of the different magical schools. which is really interesting because because in the first 3 books, you don't know this. You just know of Hogwarts, and as far as you know, there's only Hogwarts. But when the other 2 schools are introduced, you know, one's far north, one's actually the one Floor is from. I don't think they actually mention which direction it is. If it is mentioned, if I get any of this wrong at any point, please comment down below. I'm fully okay with being corrected at this point. And it's kind of an interesting thing because I'm just going to put the book down for a second. All of this happens and everyone's, you know, it starts out really well. You know, everyone's just kind of getting a feel for each other, and, you know, and then of course, this is also the book where we get introduced to people we hate more than Snape. If you've watched the movies, then you already know who Rita Skeeter is. My god, did I hate this woman. I really, really did not like Rita Skeeter at all. She pissed me off, and she was just an absolute nightmare. Like, this isn't a spoiler. If you watch the movie, you know who she is. And she is actually mentioned within the first few chapters of the book. I think it's like within the first 10 chapters of the book, so it's not a huge spoiler, but oh my god, did I hate Rita Skeeter. But I'm just going to stop the non-spoilers there because I kind of want to go into a full-on gush / tangent / rant about a few aspects of this book. I know a lot of people say that Goblet of Fire is their favorite book of the series, but I'm going to stand with Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm not done reading the books yet. I just started reading Order of the Phoenix, so I'm hoping that I can finish it soon and get another, and just kind of see if that becomes my favorite book. But at the current moment, Goblet of Fire is not my favorite book. Anyway, so that is it for the non-spoilers. If you guys do not want to be spoiled, go read the book. I strongly recommend it. You will not regret it at all. It is a lot of fun to read, and it's just a well done book. So please go read the series, because Goblet of Fire is smack dab in the middle of the series. So go check out the series, go watch the movies after you read the books. You'll have a more understanding of the storyline, and I will see you guys next time. Now for the spoilers. If you're still here, that means you are okay with being spoiled, or you already read the book, and now I can go on a gush / rant / tangent about all of this. And the first thing I want to go into is Ron and Harry's fighting. My god, Ron, you're an idiot. Why would already one of the most famous wizards on the planet, literally everyone knows his name, every single person in your school knew his name before attending that school, why would he go into the Triwizard Tournament where the prize is eternal glory? Why would that make sense? Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ron, but you're an absolute idiot for thinking that Harry would actually do that. He already has to deal with Snape hating him for whatever reason. He already has to deal with students harassing him and making fun of him for it, mostly Slytherin. But he's already put under a microscope because of it. Why would he put his name in the Goblet of Fire? And I mean, it took you until after the first task, where Harry almost died, for you to figure out that Harry did not put his name in the Goblet of Fire. Why on earth would Harry do that? Oh, Ron, you're an idiot. I don't care if anyone comments, you know, Ron's a fictional character. At, at this point, he's very real and he's a frickin' dumbass. I'm sorry, but seriously, Ron. And I'm gonna try and work my way into a lighter topic, but okay. Ron and Harry fighting, and then Ron being pissed at Hermione for going to the U-Ball with Victor Crumb, who asked her, why would you be pissed at someone who said yes to going with someone else? Like, I know he gave his reasonings in the book, but it just does not make sense. Ron, you do not make sense. Just stop talking. Please stop talking. But I do kind of want to take a quick laugh at Ron, though. His dress robes for the U-Ball. I felt bad for him, but I kind of felt justice for the way he was treating Harry and Hermione and all that, and it's just, I kind of found it was justice. And oh my god, Ron and Harry trying to find dates for the U-Ball. That, I'm sorry, but that was hilarious. Like, not all girls travel in packs, but the way they said it, but the way J.K. Rowling set it up in the book was just absolutely hilarious. Like, like they always travel in packs. How are you supposed to ask one out? Like, it was hilarious, and the fact that it was Harry that both got him and Ron dates to the U-Ball was just absolutely hilarious, because Ron was petrified after what he did to Flora Decor. Oh my god, that was hilarious. And I absolutely love the fact that you get to see Dobby again in this book. I know in the movies you don't see him outside of the second book and the final book. Sorry, the second movie and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, but you do actually get to see him again in Goblet of Fire in the book, and it's just absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this. I should probably actually hold this now, but it's a heavy book. I wanted to put it down for a bit. But it was really nice to see Dobby and also actually see exactly how Hogwarts is actually taken care of, because you find out, well, one, you actually find out that Hogwarts actually has a kitchen. The food isn't just magically conjured by Dumbledore, although it's Dumbledore. I would not be surprised if that was a possibility. But, you know, you actually see that it's house elves that are taking care of them, but it's a group of house elves. It's a large amount of house elves that are taking care of the school and are feeding all the students in that. And I mean, like, Dumbledore hired Dobby and is actually paying for it, and is actually paying him. And like, this is also the book where this is also the book where Hermione actually creates Spew, which I can't remember what it stands for. I know it's SPEW. I know the I think it's like Special Protection of Elf Welfare or something like that. Correct me in the comments below. I'm okay with being corrected, seriously. But it was really interesting seeing everything come together. And all of this just kind of, like, one, Hermione actually trying to make a difference and trying to make, you know, like, it's okay to work, but try working for a wage, or just like getting a day off every now and again. It's okay to work, but I know house elves are kind of I would say created, but they're kind of brought up with the thought of they're not supposed to get paid. They're not supposed to get any vacation time, nothing like that. So it's kind of sad in that sense, but you can only do so much. And I kind of, there's there's a lot I want to talk about in this book, but I just kind of wanted to end on seeing Dobby again, because Dobby is probably one of my favorite characters. If I can get a mini Funko of him, or even a Funko Pop of Dobby, I would be severely happy, because Dobby is amazing. He's a bit of a loud mouth, but he is absolutely amazing, and I love Dobby, and that's where I'm going to end this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up, and leave your comments, thoughts, and opinions, and all of your corrections on what I said in the comments down below. I would love to see your comments, see what you guys think of this book, if you guys agreed with anything I said, or if you guys just, if you guys just want to start a discussion about Spew or about any of the things I mentioned in this book. I know there was a lot that happened in this book, but those are just kind of the things I wanted to focus on. It's very easy to go to the negative aspects, like how Voldemort came back, still trying to kill Harry. That's an endless loop, but yeah, leave your comments, thoughts, and opinions on everything down below. I would love to read them. Hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to have a new video up this Thursday, and I post new videos up every Thursday. I would love for you guys to come back and watch them. Until next time, happy reading.